Hey Derek, what can we make with Luxardo, Maraschino, Aperol, and Mezcal? Does that sound like a drink to you?
That sounds like something I would never put in my mouth ever.
Let's try it anyway.
All right! Welcome to Common Cocktails. I'm your host, Derrick Schommer. That's Ian Andrews. Yes, I yell.
Get used to it.
Get used to it.
It's not changing.
It hasn't.
Ever.
Ever. So,
Ever.
So we're making a cocktail that's called the Division Bell.
Yes.
It's inspired... Oh, there's words down there. I should probably read it. Something to do with that. I think it's inspired by Pink Floyd.
Yeah, which they had the album, The Division Bell, which I always get The Division Bell and Momentary Lapse of Reason albums
How
mixed.
is that possible? Like
because
10 years difference.
I think the music is very similar between the two of them.
That was the next one, I think.
I think they were back to back over
a long period.
But the music to me always sounded pretty similar because I got into them both at the same time.
Really?
So I get them confused.
You know what it was? Division Bell for me was kind of like the gateway to Momentary. I listened to The Wall. Everybody listened to The Wall. And then that was it. Yeah, just a couple of songs, all the hits. And then the Division Bell came out, and I got into that. Then I went back and I found Momentary Lapse of Reason. I was like, oh, Wish You Were Here. No, that's on the Black Diamond one. Which one is it?
Dark Side of the Moon?
Yeah. Maybe.
No, it's on Wish You Were Here.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
Wish You Were Here is on Wish You Were Here.
Really? I must have that too. Is that the guy with the burning fire?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I have that one too. Now, what the hell is on Division Bell?
Is it Cluster 1? I mean,
It doesn't have any sound, music to it.
I get confused.
No, don't look at anything.
Sorrow?
Make your cocktail.
Okay, so the cocktail is 1 ounce of
track
Mezcal.
stand.
We're using Montelobos.
What is it? Do it again?
Montelobos.
Just so I can cut it easier.
What?
Start over.
Oh, we're using the Division Bell. The recipe is 1 ounce of Mezcal. We're using Montelobos. 3/4 ounce of Aperol. We're using Aperol. 1/2 ounce of Maraschino liqueur. We're using Luxardo versus the Bulls, which we've looked at before. 3/4 ounce of fresh lime juice and a grapefruit twist for garnish if we decide to wreck a grapefruit for it. We're going to shake and strain it into a chilled glass.
I don't think we have any grapefruits going on.
All right, talk about the Division Bell.
Alright. Well, besides Momentary Lapse of Reason, that is a song on there. Sorrow is on there. Yep. Track 10, I think. Awesome song.
Very end, yeah.
Learning to Fly. Is that what I was trying to think of? Learning to Fly?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's a great tune also.
That was
the whole album is good.
Yeah, I mean, after Cluster 1, I always skip that because I don't need to listen to But, like, then the other rest of the songs. It's kind of like Time. The beginning of, what was that album we said?
Wish You Were Here.
Wish You Were Here. No, Time.
Oh, Time. Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side of the Moon. It starts with the same thing. Like they
yeah,
always start with no music, and then the end. It doesn't start with. It starts with the song that ends with.
Yeah.
The one that's very popular, but only the second track is the popular one. They always do that. They like make multiple tracks.
Right. Welcome to the Machine.
No.
Is that what you think?
No, but that was the only song on the track on all their albums that doesn't actually have any of their singers in it. They got some other guy to do it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not any of their voices.
Do you ever do the Wizard of Oz, Dark Side of the Moon thing?
No. Does that require marijuana?
That requires the Wizard of Oz and the Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh. Is that what you play both at the same time? No,
yeah, you play both at the same time.
No, it does.
The Dark Side of the Moon is supposed
it's
supposed to act like a soundtrack for the movie The Wizard of Oz.
But you can do that with anything. Come on.
Well, it's actually, it like times up really well, which is kind of cool. So yes, I have done it.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can turn on a random song on the radio and watch something and I'll find some way that it's...
Yeah, but to have a whole album sync with a movie?
Man, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's what they were thinking of.
Yeah.
Maybe they were watching it while they were composing it.
Who knows? I don't. But I think it's cool. Anyway.
So this was found on foodandwine.com, I suppose, unless there's a copy and paste error in here.
No, there isn't. This one.
All right. The drink was one of 20 tequilas and mezcal cocktails at the Maya Hui's opening menu. The name references the Pink Floyd album that Ward listened to over and over while constructing his bar. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I listened to the Division Bell. Where did you listen to the Division Bell? What were you doing?
I was in college probably.
No.
Because I was into The Wall in high school when the cat was with us.
So the Division Bell was out a long time.
Yeah.
Because I listened to the Division Bell when I worked at Taco Bell.
It's been another while.
No, but before you started listening to it. Because when the album came out, I bought it, and I thought I was commuting to Taco Bell for work as a high school kid.
I would believe that.
Whoa, cool color.
I also listened to Pulse.
It's that Aperol. Oh yeah, Pulse.
And my
The
Pulse
live
version
Dark Side?
stopped blinking before hers did.
Well, isn't that a fun?
Dude,
You
can-
can shift it just a bit.
there's a couple different directions to go.
This way.
A 3D dimensional space.
All right.
Well, it's 2D because it's a counter. We already have one plane to find.
I am not going up.
Yes.
Yeah, true. But there is the third dimension. I'm just not going to use it.
Yes.
Can I win somehow in that?
Why don't you taste that?
This smells awesome from here.
I like Aperol.
No, but like it opens up this whole room. It's like,
oh,
okay, just here.
Is that the cocktail, or did Liam fart again?
No,
okay.
no, he doesn't fart smoke and citrus.
Maybe.
Yet. Maybe he's been training his whole life to, and he just achieved that goal.
Could be.
Doubtful though.
Doubtful.
No, you're right.
I should have got the Division Bell album and put it here. I have the coasters. I like a bunch of them. I got Wish You Were Here. Could have brought it down. We could have put it right on the Division Bell coaster. Damn it, I wish I would think ahead of time. I have a Division Bell coaster for this. Little guys.
You're trying to taste.
Little tunes. Are you going to ever say anything, or are you just going to stare at the watermelons and keep drinking? It's emojis in the chat room. Apparently, watermelon's the only thing you can create on YouTube.
I know, it's confusing. That's good.
Mm-hmm. So,
it's sweet,
but it's bitter,
smoky, and bitter.
Smoky. This, you know what I'm going to tell you right now?
I like it.
3 years ago, I would have hated this cocktail.
Yeah. Well, your taste change, right? I mean, you evolve, you learn, you
it's learning.
grow.
I think it's training. Like, Campari drinks. Yeah. I can deal with Campari drinks. Once upon a time, I gag with Campari drinks.
The great thing about this is has a very full flavor.
Aperol's pretty bitter.
Yeah, you have bitter, smoke, and sweet.
But
it's not like it's at the tip of your tongue and then it disappears by the time it gets to the back. It flows through your mouth. You get a whole mouthful of flavor.
But where's the sweet coming from? There's no sweet.
Luxardo's a little
sweet. Aperol's a little bit sweet.
I would have never called Luxardo sweet at all, ever.
But there's sweet in there, right?
Yes. So...
I think Aperol's a little sweet, too.
It says an aperitivo.
It's 11% alcohol. So
okay,
it
but
means
it's
there's
an
probably some
aperitivo.
sugar.
Yeah,
and the fact that there's crusties on there means it's sweet.
But it's bitter, right? It was last time I had it, and that was only
not as much as Campari.
15 minutes ago.
That, my friend, is sweet. Right? That's the sweet in there.
Luxardo's a little.
You know what? It's sweet and a bitter dry.
Yeah.
But no, it's not as aggressive as Campari at all.
No.
If
That's
you
why
can...
an Aperol Spritz is really good, because of the sweetness of the Aperol, I think.
No, like oh, there's a grapefruit bite coming. The Aperol is the center focus of this drink. The Mezcal at 1 ounce is kind of like the environment that it's playing in. You know, it's kind of got the smoky environment.
Mezcal is the canvas, and Aperol is the paint.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you talk from now on.
I got nothing to say now.
Oh, that's how this works? I can talk the whole time.
I save my gems, and once it's spent, it's spent. It's not coming back.
Navigate the crusty waters of, okay, how do I film a show? And you're just like sitting there and you're like, boom, wisdom.
Well, the great thing is, all your talking gives me time to think about what to say intelligently.
If
I had to banter, like Flight of the Conchords, then I couldn't do it.
If the 2 episodes that Doug has ever hosted, I remember the one where he went through like, welcome to Sunday Night Shooters. He was a little drunk. Almost Sunday Night Shooters. And then he did his, I'm Doug, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like...
The one that he hosted, yeah. With
what now?
With Kurt and Don.
Right, and they were not helpful at all.
They're just like, yeah. It's not easy to just talk. If you're not prepared and you don't have some talking points, you're not thinking about what's talking, it's difficult.
Unless you just can do it.
Unless it's a gift.
So, that is... really good.
It is. I'm really surprised how good it is because, well, last year. So I mean, you wouldn't have liked this drink last year.
It's got everything I hate.
I would have discounted it.
She submitted it.
For the Mezcal alone, I would have discounted it last year.
Yes, but I blame that on La Vida.
Yeah.
Because that was the only Mezcal that we had, and it's nasty.
I think we've come a long way in our tastes.
So. This is the.
And we've had some good mezcal drinks too, even with La Vida in there.
But we've also got another mezcal. We have
the Montelobos, and you got the
Sombra or whatever.
That Sombra was pretty good too.
Sombra. Yeah. So I like this one better, but yes, it's not as smoky as this one. I don't really know why. Everybody's got something different. But the 3 things: Maraschino, don't like it.
Right in my nose.
What'd you do?
I looked at the emojis. I understand what that means.
A gun drinking.
Which I never do.
A gun
the only emoji I understood was one that Jen sent me with an eggplant and a squirt on it. And a hand like this. It was the OK symbol, eggplant, squirt. Like, I know masturbation when I see it. And then I proceeded to scar her. Her vision of me.
Yeah, that's true. emojis rule. You should always use an emoji. There's one in the Oxford Dictionary this year, right?
Is there?
Isn't that what they put in there? I thought they put an emoji.
That's ridiculous.
Somebody write that down below. What's your favorite question today? What's your favorite emoji? Mine is the grape. Is
some
the
people like
eggplant.
watermelon. The eggplant's good.
Some people like watermelon. It's like everybody in the chat.
Choked up cock with cock rings on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it even has a nice little It even has the nice little Christian head going on.
Yeah. That's okay. You can rewind, Donald, and find the vodka tasting.
Yes, you can totally do that. So, some
people like watermelon apparently.
That's true. To sum it up, so that I can cleanly edit it. Yes. This drink, first off, has 3 key ingredients that most people need to mature to obtain, which is a Luxardo, an Aperol, which is a bitter and sweet.
Luxardo Maraschino, we should say.
Luxardo Maraschino. And Montelobos or any type of smoky mezcal, all combined together to give you a sweet and bitter, a little bit of a root, like there's almost a cocktail bitter, like a very big dash cocktail bitter.
Yes.
Without the tropical spices that you get out of a cocktail bitter. Yep. It's more of a citrus tart bark-like flavor which really comes from the Aperol, which is a bitter citrusy liqueur. Right. All around this nice smoky flavor it's not bitter enough to be off-putting to somebody like me. It's not sweet enough to be considered super sweet or 1980s style cocktail. Nope. It's a great balance, a very good presentation for somebody who wishes that they could get more into a bitter flavored cocktail in the citrus. Great intro for a bitter style cocktail. Right. If you're into regular cocktails or even sweet cocktails and you want to try something bitter. Agreed. So, question of the day, again, what's your favorite emoji? Yeah. If you want to help support the show, as you may or may not know, this is going to be Derrick's full-time job starting in April. Yep, coming up. You can go to patreon.com/CMC and donate to the show, or you can also go to everydaydrinkers.com/donate and do one-time donation. You can always go to awesomedrinks.com, buy stuff, that supports the show. Yep. Just watch, share. Right. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers, so that's the big watch and share. If you can, like this week we had a sponsor that wasn't in the show specifically. That was the cocktail muddlers, which Jennifer probably took, but not here it is. This cocktail muddler, the Floberg cocktail muddler. Statistically, I gave him a really sweet deal because I wasn't going to do a video, like I wasn't going to do a cocktail presentation of using this. I don't know what that was all about. Jennifer, I blame her. Water, liquid. And it came out to basically like a 50% return. Like, oh wow. So which is higher to get a 50% of like purchasing out of all the people who looked at it. Like 2% is your average, 2 to 3%. A lot of times you get a 15% return on marketing. A lot of times, like flyers. And that's what this would be considered, right? It was a marketing campaign. So in a single week to return 50% with our fans is pretty phenomenal. Yeah. Yes, it's a $9 investment. So thank you to all you out there. That's excellent. Yeah. So. Great way there is no better way to get me metrics to say, okay, my fans could do this so that if I get a big sponsor that wants to spend big money, I can say, I am confident that I can get that type of return. Right. Because people were into it. Because you guys are awesome. Yeah. And that was really all you. All I could do is tell you how awesome. Put a page and a link. Pretty much. All right. So that's it. Thanks, everybody. We're done. We're teaching you how to drink. Today, we're going to take a crap load to find 7 vodkas of different makes and models. Different flavors from corn, sweet potato, wheat, doesn't matter, grapes. And we're going to figure out if you make a Greyhound cocktail, can you taste the difference? And you will